Name is Michael Black, and he repeatedly refused this afternoon to call himself a hero. He says he was the first person to jump into action when the shooting started here yesterday afternoon, but not the only one. And take a look at this. Here is a picture that he sent us this afternoon. This is his left hand. Between his fingers and his thumb, he has stitches. He says when he grabbed for the shooter's gun, his hand got caught in the chamber of the gun, and he says that prevented the shooter from pulling the trigger again. You're going to hear Michael Black describe those moments in just a few minutes during a phone interview that he did exclusively this afternoon with News Center 5. Black says he'd come to the hockey game here to see the son of a friend play. He was sitting in the stands with his wife when he heard what at first to him sounded like balloons popping. When he realized that they were not balloons, but in fact gunshots, he told his wife to run.
As I saw her in the corner of the eye getting away, I stood on the bleachers and I saw the gun and just grabbed, went for the gun, and I got my hand caught. My left hand got caught into the chamber of the gun. So as we were wrestling it down, I had it flat, but my hand was inside of it, between my thumb and my finger, was in the barrel side. So he was trying to pull the trigger. He couldn't fire it. And then I got pushed off. So as I got pushed off, he stood up again, and you saw some great people, by the way. These people should be mentioned, and I don't know who they were, but they, try to, put him in a chokehold, and they're trying to tackle him, and then he fell down, and he fell right towards me, so he was on his back. We're staring face to face with him, and I was going down to put my knee on him, and next thing you know, in his left hand, he pulled another gun, which was the sister gun of the one he had. I started yelling, there's another gun, there's another gun. There's a second gun, there's a second gun. And at that point, he took the gun out of his pocket, just took the gun and just put it right in his mouth, and right in the feet, he shot himself.
Michael Black says one of the bullet shells from the initial firings also hit him in the face and has left him with a burn mark on one of his lips. He went to the hospital but has since been released. He credits those strangers around him with jumping into action and helping subdue the shooter, as well as the police, firefighters, and other first responders who came to the scene. Live in Pawtucket, David Munich, WCVB News Center.